Good morning, church. It is 2:05 in the morning. Just woke up, and apparently I had visitors into the apartment. I just checked my arm here, and I was hit right here. So this entire area is it's not swollen, but it's in pain. So whatever they use something to smash my arm here and to give me some pain. I went to, after I had completed the video yesterday, I went to Powell's bookstore to upload it, and the community came out at Powell's and couldn't do a whole lot. Went to the bank, and when I got to the bank, it was very strange. My ministry banking is at Umpqua, and Umpqua Bank does not give bank receipts unless you do a transaction. You can't go in there and actually do a transaction. Without doing a transaction, you can't get a you cannot get a receipt of just the balance unless you go through the ATM, and their system is not set for it. So you can't actually go in there and just get a balance of whatever the account is. And the man that was helping me, Robert, couldn't figure out the computer, or it's not set up for them to give receipts. And when I tried to get a balance of my checking and savings account, this checking came up, but the savings did not. And when it did, it gave me $270 was missing of the account. And I was just like, huh? So it was a very strange start yesterday. And when I went to the Powell's bookstore, very, very strange. And I came home probably about 6:30 in the evening. I didn't get everything done, but looks like I got pricked here too with a needle. I got home, and you get home and you take off your clothes and trying to relieve yourself of the day's pressures, and you want to relax, and I just couldn't. It's sort of like I couldn't put my hair down, and and not to get graphic about some of the things that I'm dealing with. It's like you're dealing with two old people. One is in his late 70s, going on 78 and 79, and the other one is in her 90s, 94, 95. And you can't even masturbate, because they're like right there, right in the room next door, or in the apartment next door. That's how graphic it is in my world. You can't do nothing. You can't even relieve yourself if you wanted to. It's to that point where you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing for yourself, and they've attached themselves to you to the point where it's like they don't want to let go of this life, and if it means taking you with them, they're going to take you with them. That's what it feels like being a Kevin Duclairon. So watching television, same thing. Every channel that's in that television goes back to her, is Gabrielle Franklin. Every channel, doesn't matter which one it is. Every radio station. And they're referring to her as my wife. She's not my wife. She's not my mom. She's not my life. So they put her in a bad situation to cling to life by clinging to me. They brought her in here last night to have sex with my body. They gassed the apartment about after midnight, and around midnight or so, they gassed the apartment. I couldn't even pray. I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I just came back from the bathroom just to clean out myself because I could smell this woman's body on my genitals. The stench of this woman, it was still on me. Here I am, a preacher, telling you this is what. And MacArthur is here in the building. The Klan is here in the building. The gay community is here in the building. And I can still smell this woman's internal bodily juice on me. And my arm is in pain here because of the fact that I've been hit here. It's swollen. I can't even, it's in painful. This finger here has been pricked with a needle. It's just like I feel disgusting. I feel disgusting. Unclean. My bed is unclean. My body is unclean. And I, and John MacArthur is somewhere in the building with this Haitian woman, and he's got her, and she can't go nowhere. And every time I go to sleep, she takes off her panties and she climbs on top of me, and they give me a shot and they erect my genital and they allow her to use it. They take videos and photos and upload it, I think. Where is it on the internet? I don't know. Who is it that has these videos? I don't know. How are these videos going to be used? They probably have already been used and given to major Klan leaders who present themselves as Christian leaders. I would warn every single one of you internationals to stay out of European, American Christianity, because it's not the Lord's church. Stay away from all the major European, American, quote-unquote Christian leaders, because they're the Klan. They're the gay community. They're white supremacists who will take control over your life if you are not careful. Smiling, no matter how big the smile is, these people will deceive you, will lie to you, and these people will do the most malicious and vicious things to you. This Haitian woman is like a sack of rice. Okay, she's like a sack of rice to these men, and they, especially MacArthur, he has a temper. Me and him don't get along. Me and MacArthur are worlds apart. We go in opposite directions. MacArthur's straight Klan. I'm just a straight Haitian human, and we butt heads. He's about 6'2", 6'3", I'm 5'9", we don't match. In age or in race or in nationality. What is in him is not, what is in him is not of God or of Christ. So whatever he did again last night, tonight, within the last hour, that's what they've done. They've used her, they used her vagina to eat, to do the, and why is it that I'm not keeping it inside? Because some of you are going to get hit. Some of you women are going to get hit. Some of you African women. What they're doing is they're taking women and putting women and men in the banks, in the churches, in the homeless community, in apartment complexes. They're bringing in people from their Klan or their gay community and stationing them there, to make the hits easier to carry out, to hit the bank accounts, to hit the apartments, to hit any kind of connection I would have with a church facility. So as far as my relationship with any European American churches, my relationship with the U.S. government, my relationship with the gay community, my relationship with, and it's not me. This is what John MacArthur and his Klan. And what I said to them yesterday is they've got that inner core. You know how like every group has an inner core group, and the inner core group is the secret pack, the secret society, the mafia, the killers. Okay, That's sort of like what I'm dealing with John. In my spirit, that's what I feel like I'm dealing with. You know, he's the killer, the mafia. You know, that little group of people who, you know, they're the big guy. You can't do nothing to them. They're the untouchables. Because as soon as you touch them, you die. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so will I be uploading this video right away? No, probably not until after I wake up in the morning, if I wake up in the morning, right? There still is 4 more hours to go, and they can easily gas the apartment to knock me out again and erase the whole thing. Right? They still got 4 more hours to go to do some malicious things here tonight. So the night is not over. The night is young. They pierced me under here. You know, as I'm talking to you, they stuck a needle right here. They stuck a needle here. I can still feel it. I've become 24 pounds overweight. I've gained 24 pounds since I was in this apartment complex. So they're putting weight gain in my milk, weight gain in my water, my juice, my sodas, my food. So I'm gaining some serious weight. And I'm overweight by 24 pounds. I came in here about 200, now I'm 224. I joined the gym so that I could take my fat, or I could feel like I've been hit here. Like somebody put it, you know, so giving me a shock here. Right here. So, you know, it's and what I told them in this apartment complex, it's all hate. You know, wherever I go, it's hate. The hate against Kevin Duclairon, hate in the churches, hate in the police department, hate in the government offices, hate in apartment complexes, hate in pretty much everywhere. There's just nothing but hate. There's no God, there's no Christ. You know, some of these people are going to Sunday, Easter, right? And there's no God and no Christ in any of these religious groups. You be careful out there, you internationals, and those of you, you know, the 2% of you who actually believe. You know, I could feel pain right here in my chest. I was given shingles here. I could feel the pain right here, right in this area, right here. Like somebody just, like, you know, punched the wind out of my chest here. So I don't want to stay for an hour. I want to leave some time for later on. Not exactly sure how many more times they're going to come in here tonight. But I've already been used once. It's March 22nd, 2016, and you know, and you got the 94-year-old woman who's a captive of Haiti, and the only freedom that she has is to rape me. That's the only freedom she has, is to come in here, take off her panties. This is the mother of Marie Annette Berger and Pharrell Hoffman. This is the mother of Guy Franklin. And this is what she and these Europeans are doing out of Grace Community Church. This is what these wicked homosexuals and Klansmen are giving her permission to do. I am not a part of it. It's just my body that's being used. The staff don't even talk to me about what's going on here. They act like they avoid me like the plague. They act like what I'm saying is not, you know, it's not happening. But if you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and your body's in pain and you smell your own genital and it smells like a woman's inside, nasty and gross and unclean, God only knows which of these women they use. They have women in this place with cancer. They got women in this place with, you know, with all sorts of diseases, who could be representing this Haitian woman. So if it's not Gabriel, God only knows who it could be. And these women come out and they volunteer and they use, you know, I don't even want to know which of them it is, if it's not this Haitian woman. I don't even want to know, because that's how That's how evil it has become. Now it doesn't matter who it is, right? Any one of these whores and harlots and sick women with AIDS, and any one of them will do, as long as it's on video camera, and it is something that they can use against me, so that I will never exercise equality as a Haitian in Christianity, so that I never exercise equality in preaching God's word, and I never exercise equality, and I'm never embraced as a minister. In other words, the son of Jack MacArthur wins it again, and everybody else. It's this big game. This is the big game for these people. It's a big game for these old European homosexuals and Klansmen, and they win because you can't catch them in the act, and you can't catch them, and they bring their African women here, and it's like, you can't touch our daughters because of what we're going to do to you. They allowed me to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning so this video could be completed. Now, what they're going to do the rest of the evening, I don't know. Right? I don't know. Because once they turn on the sleeping gas, it's going to burn my eyes out, and I got to turn off the light. Once the light is turned off, then, it's either I open the door here in the lobby to let the air circulate, or I sit down, and once I sit down, that's it. I fall asleep, and it's right back to where we were started from all over again. So I'll let you know in the morning what has happened. And I could feel that Haitian woman, the Haitian, Guy Franklin's mother. I could feel the spirit in her. She's ready to fuck. She's ready to come out. That's the spirit that she has. It's not me. This is what Guy Franklin and his mother and his sisters, his family members, the Haitians. This is what happens to men who join Grace Community Church Master Seminary. If this is what we internationals are enduring, how many black men have been lynched out of Masters? How many black men have been lynched out of Grace? How many internationals are being raped and abused and molested? Right? How many men? How many men has this American buried? Maybe some of you have loved ones who have been buried and killed under his leadership. Why is America still clinging to men like John MacArthur? Why is it that America is not willing to get rid of her enemies? If this man is not an enemy, then who is? If what they're doing here is not the work of an enemy, then what is the point? What is the point? All you African men who have mothers out here, all you African men who have aunties and sisters, what would you do if Gabrielle Franklin was your mother, and this is how she's being used by an American Klansman? Because obviously Guy Franklins don't give two shits about his mother, and here is what his mother has become in America. And I'm not, I don't identify with the family. I haven't since 1985. So, what would you do to MacArthur and his clan and the gay community if this is how they were treating your mother? Would you just sit there and watch, or would you videotape, take pictures, using somebody in the body of Christ? What would you do to protect your mother? Would you just allow her to keep doing this sort of thing? And you, supposed government, shame on you. You Portland police, shame on you. You false leaders of the 21st century. You wicked European clan who pretend to be Christians. Shame on you, out of Grace Community. This is what your students become. Sex victims. Your students out of the seminary become sex victims, and they're waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning to give a report to the church of the evil things that you people are doing into their homes. Shame on you. All of you seminaries out there who support John MacArthur, who support Grace Community, who support Gabrielle Franklin, shame on you, because the spirit of Satan is in you, not the spirit of the living God, because everybody knows what Paul says about sex between parents and children, even by adoption. Shame on you for standing with the devil rather than standing with God in Christ. You bring shame to his name.